Hello once again, this is your professor, Danny Araneta Cabulay, for the course Strategic Management in the Tourism and Hospitality Industry. This is a continuation of our lectures on internal environment analysis. So let's talk about milestones. Kapag ina-analyze natin ang isang company, kailangan ma-appreciate naman natin yung kanilang mga milestones. Ito yung mga positive things na nangyari sa buhay ng kumpanya. So these are the important events, accomplishments, or critical successes achieved by the organization that have contributed to its growth and current status. Some organizations have specialized and they have become the recognized leader in their niche or sector. Okay? Some organizations have either integrated vertically or horizontally. Okay? Meanwhile, some have diversified their business interest. I'll give you an example. For example, Philippine Airlines, airline lang talaga siya. So wala na siyang ibang ginawa kundi everything to do with airline. Pero meron siyang catering business, meron siyang manpower agency. So nag-integrate na siya. Okay? Whereas if you look at another company, let's say Hyatt Hotels. Hotels lang sila. They don't operate any other businesses. So specialized sila. Okay? But there are also companies na nag-diversify. For example, Carlson Hospitality in the US, meron silang mga resorts, meron silang hotels, meron silang mga restaurants, meron silang travel agency, meron din silang cruise ship, okay? And iba pang mga types of businesses, okay? So nag-diversify na ang Carlson Hospitality. Okay? So, yun ang ibig nating sabihin. Tignan natin yung mga milestones nila, no? Baka meron silang mga achievements, no? Example, Bonchon. Bonchon is a chicken restaurant, casual dining, fast food. It's a fast food restaurant. But, sumikat siya sa New York. It became the #1 chicken restaurant in New York. Favorite siya ng mga New Yorkers. So, nagkaroon pa siya ng award, etc. So, that is a milestone for a Korean concept to make it big in the US. Okay? It's a milestone. Okay? That's an example. Now, let's talk about major challenges. This refer to the various trials, limitations, and problems encountered or experienced by the organization arising from internal or external factors. Such challenges help shape its policies, internal controls, and priorities. In some cases, such challenges make the organization more resilient and re-energized. However, in some cases, they could potentially destroy the organization's reputation and momentum and market share. Okay? So nakaka-apekto yan. For example, yung nangyari sa Enron. Okay? Bumagsak yung company na yan kasi nagkaroon ng insider trading at saka manipulation of the audit report. Okay? So, niloko nila ang kanilang mga stockholders. Nandaya sila, nagnakaw sila. So, sila ay nahatulan na guilty, kulong, at saka malaki ang damages na chinarge sa kanila. So, bumagsak yung company. Okay? Because of a financial scandal. So, again, that's an example of a major challenge. So yung mga companies na ina-analyze nyo, meron ba silang mga matitinding kaso o demanda? Meron ba silang mga mabibigat na problema? Try to find out. Okay? So that's very important to put in your paper. If it exists, ano yung mga naging problema nila in the past? So pop question number 10, answer this. This should be easy. Think of one company or organization which has either achieved a milestone or experienced a major challenge. Discuss in 2 to 3 sentences its impact to the company. So, isip kayo ng isang company, any company. Huwag na yung company na naka-assign sa inyo. Ibang company naman. Mag-isip kayo ng isang company, tapos lagay ninyo yung either isang milestone, o kaya kung ayaw nyo ng milestone, isang major challenge. Isa lang, only one. Tapos explain nyo, ano ba impact ng milestone na yon o ng challenge na yon sa business nila. Okay? Deadline for posting answers is tomorrow, May 20, Friday, 11 p.m. Okay? Now, let's talk about the financial performance. Importante ang financial performance ng isang organization kasi ang buhay ng isang kumpanya ay kung kumikita siya at siya ay tumutubo, makakasurvive ba siya? Okay. It is vital to pay attention to the audited financial statements of the organization and check out their significant ratios on profitability, liquidity, stability, and growth. This provides a good barometer of the financial health of the company. In some cases, a close examination of the performance of a company can manifest red flags. Okay? Very important yan. Kasi pag binusisi natin yung kanilang financial records, makikita natin kung may sakit ba ang kumpanya, tagilid ba sila, may problema bang mabigat na pinansyal. Yan. May mga red flags. Okay? And sila ay papunta na sa bankruptcy. Okay? Ngayon, saan natin makikita yan? Pumunta kayo sa website ng company. Tapos pumunta kayo dun sa corporate page. Doon mo makikita yung financial statements. Okay? Kung wala, i-google mo na lang. For example, Disney financial statements. Then lalabas yan. Okay? So, try to find out, is the company you're analyzing in good health or in bad health? Okay? So, yan ang ating assignment. Titingnan natin para masagot natin yung ating task. For example, Shangri-La, Makati, the biggest 5-star hotel in the Philippines with 703 guest rooms and about 8 restaurants. Alam niyo ba na because of the pandemic, pinadapa sila ng pandemic, they decided to close the hotel altogether because they feel that they will not survive. They're in trouble financially. Okay? But they're the best hotel. And they're the biggest earning hotel. They're publicly listed. Okay? So, nagbebenta na ng shares ang Shangri-La kasi magsasara na sila. Okay? Then let's talk about the distinct competitive advantages. Ano ba itong distinct competitive advantages? These are the unique or specific attributes of a company. Pag sinabi natin advantages, yan yung mga weapons that they can use in war. After all, when you go into business, in an industry, you're going to war. Okay? So example, McDonald's is the biggest chicken and burger joint in the world. That's a distinct competitive advantage. If you're the biggest in the world, ang dami mong resources. Maganda ang reputation mo. Madali kang i-franchise. Okay? Philippine Airlines is the oldest airline in the country, in the Philippines. Oh, yan ba ay isang distinct competitive advantage? Yes, the fact that you have so much history. There are a lot of milestones and lessons that you've learned through the years that the younger airlines do not have. It is an advantage. Okay? JP Morgan is awarded as the world's best investment bank. That's a distinct competitive advantage. Kasi if you're the best, wow, everybody thinks that you have a lot of best practices. Okay? Na dapat nilang gayahin. Follow the leader, ika nga. And then, FEU, Far Eastern University, pioneered accountancy education in the Philippines, 1932, when the accountancy course was born in the Philippines. Sila ang kauna-unahang nag-offer niyan. 3 years pa lang ang accountancy noon. Ngayon, 5 years na. Okay? So, pag Bachelor of Accountancy noong araw, 3 years lang. Ngayon, 5 years na, di ba? So, the fact na sila ang nag-pioneer niyan, that means they have so much history also. That's an advantage. And nakaproduce sila ng sangkatutak ng mga top-notchers kasi sila yung naunang eskwelahan na nag-offer ng accountancy. Tuwing may board exam, puro FEU ang mga top-notchers. Diba? So that's the pride of the school. Okay? So those are examples of DCA, okay, or DCAs. Now, let's talk about sustainable competitive advantages. Iba naman to. These are competitive advantages that are lasting and useful to a company for a long period of time. So, hindi siya distinct, hindi lang siya ang meron nun. Kasi yung mga distinct yan, yung mga the first, the longest, the biggest, the most enduring, the widest reach, the biggest network, yan. Yung mga pinaka, no? The best, yan. Mga superlatives. Pero yung sustainable, you're not necessarily the best, but you have a good quality that you can use for a very long time. Wala kang utang. So you are debt-free. That is a sustainable competitive advantage. That means maganda ang cash flow mo. Wala kang utang. Okay? For example, malawak ang network mo. Okay. Wide network is a sustainable competitive advantage. You can use that in the competition. So these are the attributes that are good, but they're not distinct. But you can use them. Okay? For example, SM Foundation scholars are a good source of outstanding potential employees for the conglomerate. So ang SM, nagtayo ng isang foundation. Yung foundation na to, siya nagfi-finance ng pag-aaral ng mga poor but deserving students all over the country. So marami silang scholars. They have about thousands of scholars every year. So pinapaaral nila yung mga bata. Ang kondisyon, kapag nakagraduate yung mga bata, sana i-prioritize nila na sila ay magtrabaho sa isang kumpanya ng SM. Maraming companies ang SM eh. So, they're kind of assured of a job already. If these are the brightest students, poor but deserving students, wow, SM is getting the most intelligent graduates. Okay? So, that is sustainable. Ayala Group's diverse business interests creates synergy. Kasi meron sila, nasa insurance sila, nasa telecom sila, nasa banking sector din sila, nasa health din sila, nasa retailing, and nasa tourism din sila. So marami silang mga business interests in different industries. So nakaka-create sila ng synergy. Okay? And intercompany support. Now, De La Salle and UST's liquid financial position, yung dalawang schools na yan, sectarian schools yan. Pinapatakbo ng mga religious orders. Pero wala silang utang. Very liquid. Ibig sabihin, madali silang makakapag-expand, madali silang magkaroon ng innovation kasi they have much cash. Okay? Cash rich sila. They can plow back the investment into the operations. Unlike other schools, nangungutang pa pag mag-expand o pag magre-renovate, ipinangungutang pa. UST sa Kalasal, walang utang yan. Very liquid. And that's a sustainable competitive advantage. Okay? So, take note, ha? Now, let's proceed to pop question number 11. What are the dangers of rapid expansion in a company? Kapag may isang company na mabilis mag-expand, ano kaya yung danger nun? Can you cite conditions for a company's rapid expansion for it to be safe and sustainable? Kasi may mga companies bumabagsak talaga kapag mabilis ang expansion. Okay? Nadadapa ika nga, no? Kasi masyadong mabilis. Pero ano ba yung mga kondisyon na dapat present para yung rapid expansion safe naman at sustainable? Hindi madidisgrasya yung company. Please discuss in 2 to 3 sentences only. Your answer should be posted by May 20 on Friday. Okay? So, for the group's task, your project task, number 5, develop the following parts of the strategic management paper. So, mga 3 to 5 pages. The internal environment assessment. So, gawa kayo ng company history, key officers, the mission, vision, values, and quality statements, milestones, and major challenges, distinct and sustainable competitive advantages of the organizations that you are analyzing, yung na-assign sa inyo. Okay? Kung hindi present ang ilang factors, let's say yung company ina-analyze mo, Disney, wala silang quality statement, okay lang yun. Kung ano lang yung meron, kung ano lang yung makita nyo. Okay? Deadline for submission is Saturday, May 21. Okay? Always 11 p.m. Okay? Submit this not through the UST Blackboard. Unlike the pop questions, pag pop questions sa UST Blackboard, kapag project task, dun kayo magsasubmit sa group chat ng team ninyo. Okay? So, I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Thank you and goodbye!